Hi, my name's Carrie, and today while I was frolicking through Findlay, I found this weird piece of paper. Let's see what it says. What you seek is a biome.
A biome is a large, naturally occurring community of organisms in a major habitat.
That is hard to find. Look in places that are big and wet. With that said, what comes to mind? Oh, I know, the Findlay Reservoir. I found another clue.
This clue says, you will not find the biome here, so why not check water that moves fast and may be unclear?
Ah, the Blanchard River. Let's go check it out. I found the next clue. This next clue should take you where the waters are blue. What about the University of Findlay swimming pool? Let's go check it out. I found the next clue. Let's see what it says. I hope with this as your final clue, you can soon figure out what to do. The biome coordinating is the most successful system in engineering. You can find it in tropical waters as it houses breeds of fish like turtles and shrimp, but not sea otters. It's a coral reef! Yes, we got it!
Now that we know the biome, let's go back and review. Coral reefs are very susceptible to temperature, pH levels, and other pollutants, which explains why we couldn't find any in Findlay. As we now know, coral reefs are found in tropical areas. The largest coral reef is in the Great Barrier Reef, which is off the coast of Queensland, Australia. Following the Great Barrier Reef in size is the Mesoamerica Barrier Reef System in the Caribbean. Now that we have reviewed, something you do not know is that 75% of all coral reefs are threatened or already lost. With that said, we need to be protecting them from things like calcification. Calcification by coral reefs accounts for half of the carbonate produced in shallow water environments and 25% of the total carbonate buried in marine sediments globally. And global warming and other global pressure changes. Global warming and pressure changes causes a problem because coral reefs play such an important role in the global carbon cycle.
Other threats include overfishing, fishing with cyanide and dynamite, pollution from sewage and agriculture, coral bleaching, and massive outbreaks of starfish. Now that we have learned different ways that coral reefs are threatened, we have to figure out how to conserve them. Well, let's think. How can we stop the overpopulation of starfish?
One of the main threats are starfish, specifically crown of thorns or COT. They live in coral reefs and are a threat because they consume the coral. This starfish can strip up to 90% of the coral tissue, which can indirectly affect fish that depend on the coral for survival.
We can bring them ashore and bury them, bake them in the sun, or even build underwater fences.
The cause of outbreaks are unknown, but a hypothesis might be that the outbreaks are controlled by phytoplankton availability because they provide a necessary food source for the COT larvae. Even though the COT are destroying the coral, it also maintains coral species diversity by leaving space for slow-growing coral by eating the fast-growing coral.
Now that we have figured that out, what can we do about coral bleaching?
Coral is actually white, but the reason for the different colors of coral is the algae. When algae is threatened, it leaves the coral skeleton and the coral dies. Coral bleaching is caused by a change in temperature, runoff and pollution, exposure to light, and extremely low tides. In 2005, half of the coral reefs in the Caribbean were lost within a year due to bleaching.
We can reduce pollution or agriculture runoff. Don't you want to hear more about coral reefs? Well, so do I. And today's our lucky day because right here I have a book that has a whole bunch more information on coral reefs. Right here it says, what can happen after conservation and management donors leave? It states with lack of management, it can lead to more fishing, including the usage of dynamite.
A recent study looked at the stability of coral cover and community composition and an increase in coral and algae and topographic complexity over time. It showed with lack of change in coral diversity, there was a resiliency toward warm temperatures and fisheries. The study also showed that even after the donors left, the coral was still thriving.
Wow, there was so much information about coral reefs I didn't know until today. I hope you enjoyed learning about this information as much as I did. But it's almost dinner time, so I better get back home before Mom starts to worry.